I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Wednesday, November 27th. Well, the 92nd Thanksgiving football game between Quincy High School and North Quincy High School will be held Thursday at 10 a.m. at Veterans Memorial Stadium. QATV will be providing live coverage beginning at 8:30 in the morning. The City of Quincy's annual kickoff to Christmas and the holiday season will be held Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Hancock Adams Common with the turning on of the lights, live music, refreshments, games, costume characters, and holiday movies playing on an outdoor screen. Santa will also pay a visit, and a menorah will also be on display. Santa Saturday at noon will land by helicopter at Pageant Field and visit with youngsters along with some costume characters. And the 71st Quincy Christmas Parade will step off in Quincy Center Sunday at noon, travel along Hancock Street to North Quincy High School. The theme for this year's parade is Home for the Holidays. QATV will provide live parade coverage beginning at 12:30 Sunday afternoon. The Quincy Chamber of Commerce presents the Kilroy Square Holiday Market November 29th through December 1st and December 6th through December 8th. The market will be open Fridays from 4 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. 100 artisan pop-up shops are expected to participate in the market. Quincy's free seasonal outdoor skating rink will open on Monday, December 2nd, and remain open through the end of February school vacation week. The rink is located across from the Quincy District Courthouse and will be operated by the Quincy Recreation Department. Skate times can be reserved at quincyrec.com or quincyma.gov. The Norfolk County Registry of Deeds holding their annual holiday food drive through December 19th. Donations of non-perishable food may be dropped off at their headquarters on High Street in Dedham Square, weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Suggested donations include canned goods, breakfast cereals, pasta, sauces, toiletries, and paper products. The Norfolk County Registry of Deeds also holding their 17th annual collection for the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots program. New toys and games may be dropped off at the Registry of Deeds in Dedham Square weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. through December 10th at 10 a.m. The Quincy Police Department's Thanksgiving food drive was a huge success. Yesterday, officers delivered over 80 bags of food to the food pantry at St. John's Rectory. Over the past 3 weeks, the police department's been collecting food donations at the police station. In addition to all of the private donations, Stop and Shop, Roxy's, Walmart, Granite Telecommunications, the Wollaston Church of the Nazarene, Campus Kinder Care, BJ's, and Beard & Sons all made donations. The food will be distributed to needy families in time for Thanksgiving. Police in Plymouth are looking for the driver of an SUV who drove recklessly around a stopped school bus last Friday. Surveillance video shows the school bus coming to a stop on Bourne Road on Friday morning. On the left, a boy heads out to catch it when a white SUV veers off the road and into the path of the boy, nearly hitting him before continuing onto a driveway. Alicia Talent, the mother of the 11-year-old student, was watching from the porch. She said she immediately called police. Talent said she's grateful her son paid attention, but believes everyone should take care around school buses. Now, police said they are investigating and they are trying to identify the driver, asking anyone in the public if they recognize the driver or have any information to reach out to them. Boston area realtors are advising homeowners to be cautious about what images of their homes are posted online. The sport of scrolling through real estate listings can offer a clear picture of what every square foot of a home looks like in any zip code. Those pictures can stay on sites like Zillow and Redfin even after a property is sold. That access now has many home sellers thinking twice about what they're showing. When a home is put up for sale, a listing agent uploads photos to a multiple listing service known as MLS. The images end up on real estate sites like Zillow and Redfin. Those sites then sell leads to everyone else in the industry, spreading those detailed pictures to a global audience. Safety experts say criminals can use detailed images to plan potential break-ins. Local law enforcement in Massachusetts has seen recent cases of criminals using people's listing photos to create fake ads. Dino Confaloni, the 2021 president of the Greater Boston Association of Realtors, says it happened with a house he had for sale here in Quincy, where a scammer used his pictures to pretend the house was for rent. Attorney General Andrea Campbell announcing her office has issued citations against the companies that operate dozens of Burger King and Popeyes restaurants across Massachusetts for violating various state employment laws, including child labor laws. The citations, totaling over $2.2 million, include restitution for unpaid wages and penalties. The company that owns Burger King was fined $2 million, and the company that owns the Popeyes was fined over $200,000. Violations include failing to pay minimum wage, failing to allow workers to use sick time, and violating child labor laws by allowing minors to work during prohibited hours. The violations occurred between January 2022 and March of 2023. The alleged violations impacted nearly 2,000 employees at Burger King locations operated by Northeast Foods, LLC, across Massachusetts. State officials announcing $6 million in grants for cranberry bog and coastal wetland restoration projects to help rebuild biodiversity in Massachusetts. The grants from the Department of Fish and Game Division of Ecological Restoration will help 12 communities increase resilience to climate change for people and nature, restore crucial wildlife habitat, and improve water quality. The DER is awarding $6 million to 12 recipients through two programs. The Wetland Restoration Program, which restores degraded coastal and freshwater wetlands, and the Cranberry Bog Restoration Program, which restores abandoned or retired cranberry farmland back to wetlands and streams. The funding will support projects at various phases of restoration, from early planning and design to construction and completion. Well, State House leaders are pushing back against calls for an audit of the Massachusetts state legislature. They sent a letter to Auditor Diana DiZoglio, which said that her office, quote, lacks the legal authority to conduct a performance audit of the Massachusetts General Court. It comes despite overwhelming voter support for ballot question 1 on Election Day earlier this month, which gave the go-ahead for the audit. State House leaders claimed the wording in the ballot question was unconstitutional. DiZoglio said she alerted the Attorney General and she intends to take the issue to court. A symbol of enduring gratitude, this year's Christmas tree has arrived in the Boston Common, marking the 53rd annual donation of a tree from Nova Scotia. The tree, a 45-foot white spruce, was driven down from the rural community of Maddie Settlements and Antigonish County on Sunday and arrived at the Common yesterday morning. It will be lit December 5th and stand in the park throughout the holiday season. The donation is a commemoration of 106 years of gratitude between the people of Nova Scotia and Boston. The story dates back to 1917, when the city of Boston provided emergency aid to Halifax, Nova Scotia, after a devastating munitions explosion in the harbor, which claimed the lives of roughly 1,900 people and destroyed much of the city. A transmission made its way successfully to Boston. Governor Samuel McCall and Boston Mayor James Curley had an emergency meeting of the Massachusetts Committee on Public Safety that afternoon. By 10 o'clock that night, a train carrying medical personnel, supplies, and emergency equipment was on its way to Halifax, while a blizzard dropped 16 inches of snow on the Canadian city overnight. In 1971, the Canadian province began the tradition of sending a tree every year to honor that fateful day. This year's tree was donated by Hugh and Liz Ryan, landowners in Antigonish County. Check business news this morning. Stocks are higher. The Dow is up 123. The Nasdaq rose 120. The S&P added 34. Stocks are mixed in Asia. The euro rose, the dollar fell, and oil at $69 a barrel. In sports, Vancouver shut out the Bruins last night 2-0. The Bees travel to New York, play the Islanders at 7:30. And the Celtics will be in Chicago Friday night at 8. Today's forecast from the National Weather Service, partly cloudy, the high of 48 degrees. Tonight, increasing clouds and a low of 32. Looks like a cold, wet Thanksgiving day with rain almost all day, and some of it heavy at times, with the high tomorrow only 46 degrees. The rain will gradually taper off tomorrow night, leading to a partly cloudy Black Friday, a high Friday of 46, and Small Business Saturday, partly sunny and a high of 42. The marine forecast calling for 2-foot waves, west winds at 10 to 15, gusting to 20 knots, high tide 8:26 a.m. Sunrise 6:49, sets at 4:13. Traffic note, Fore River Bridge scheduled to open at 6 a.m. and 9:15 a.m. this morning. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy News Update for Wednesday, November 27th.